It's fine, I'm here. We're here. Call off the search party. Call off the dogs. Enough with the thoughts and the prayers. Please, they do nothing. They're worse than the goggles, that also do nothing. Squiff, that's wrong one. There, Squiff's here.
Yeah, again.
You got your glasses on, you're looking studious.
Yeah, it's just for the reading, like, I have to sort of squint my whole face today.
Right.
Yeah.
Just thought you were trying to basically outdo me on looking intelligent.
Oh, no, not with this hair.
Thought you were... Oh, God. Ladies and gentlemen, hello, good morning. How are you? What's going on with your life? Is it going in the direction you thought it would? Is it anywhere near? Have you completed it yet? Have you completed the first level, the second level?
Have you leveled up?
Have you leveled up yet? What have you got to do? Have you got to fight the next boss? I don't know. What is even going on? Tell me where you are. Tell me what you're doing. Tell me how you're feeling today. The sun's shining. The birds are singing. I just feel like maybe stuff might actually be possible.
Kind of.
I'm hungover, Squiff.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, we were out on the piss last night drinking booze. And that was fine. All juiced up after Rankin's Records yesterday. All high on life and various pharmaceutical drugs. And just had to go out and get on the booze fluids. Didn't have any dinner. Probably not the best idea for having a dicky tummy. But, we're alive. We're here. We're queer. You'll never take our Second Amendment rights. Welcome to Coffee and Memes.
We live in the UK.
Steady job, a couple extra potatoes. That's all I want.
You're getting on. You're pushing 30, Slugger. You know, it's time to think about getting some ambition.
They'll never take our Second Amendment rights,
Figured
okay?
I'd live a little bit longer without it.
I don't care what country we're in.
Kid, that what you're trying to do here is to be bright and chipper and entertaining and intelligent and sort of glitzy, and that's funny, and it's kind of cool, and it's interesting, and it's edgy, and all of that. It puts that facade of momentary charisma on you, and if you don't play that out, you actually fail.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Coffee and Memes on Threshold.fm, on YouTube, on Facebook, on Twitch, on just being broadcast out of all of Bezos' satellites, just directly into your face. Like
From
some sort of
big forehead.
frontal lobe advertising space from the apocalypse. It will probably be fine, but that remains to be seen.
Lobsters.
Listen, got some bits for you today. Some weird shit in the news today. I'm going to be honest with y'all.
I'm beginning to wonder if me coming here every week is like a very, very slow form of suicide.
Thanks. Cheers, pal. Cheers, buddy. That's okay. I guess that's one way of looking at it. Gun-toting, drug-munching tech legend John McAfee claims he knows who invented Bitcoin. Jasper Hamill racking up a total of 0 shares on this one from yesterday afternoon. Damn, you'd have thought that would get a bit of action. He's obviously a fan of John McAfee. Who does he hate? He hates men.
Who is he?
Jasper Hamill.
Oh, Jasper. He hates men.
Yeah, he hates men. And who else does he? I can't remember. He loves Elon. He loves to make a rocket pun about Elon's big rocket. But tech mogul John McAfee is famed for firing guns, guzzling drugs, fleeing a murder charge, and trying to have sex with a whale. Yep, all of those things are true. Children cry outside Heathrow Airport after being threatened with arrest. I don't think you're up to the protest, really, if just the threat of arrest makes you cry. Fuck's sake. Is there anyone other than Extinction Rebellion that like Extinction Rebellion? I don't have an issue with wanting to do stuff about climate change, but let's super glue our bums to a bus.
I wish they just make themselves extinct.
Oh, dropping the big guns already. Man 62 arrested for singing dirty song at neighbour.
At the neighbour.
Yep. Directly at her.
Is it pointing as well?
Yeah, it's a self-penned song as well, so you know it's good. Vegan yoga master claims snorting his own urine has improved his sex life.
Naturally.
God almighty. I pity whoever is having sex with him. Maybe he's having sex with himself.
I mean,
maybe he's just increased his wanking.
Urine comes from an animal, right? Because vegans don't drink milk because it... Would that be breaking the veganism?
Well, if it was animal whey.
Well,
it's going
it
to be
is
his
animal wee.
Well, it's going to be
He's an
his whey.
animal.
Right, okay, yeah, sure.
It's not like a cabbage wee, is it?
Right, yeah, no, true. And anyway, cabbages have heartbeats. Oh, no, it's lettuces. They have heartbeats.
Really?
Yeah, apparently, according to some vegans in Australia, lettuce has a heartbeat. But then why are
But
you
they
going to eat
still
it?
Lobster. It's appalling.
What else have we got? Teen who tried to RKO principal arrest. Oh, right, yeah, I see. The headline makes sense. I couldn't get my head around it the other day. Don't know why. Teen who tried to RKO principal, his principal at school, arrested after doing move on fake alligator. Yeah, so anyway, he did it to his headmaster. Bit of fun. Headmaster wasn't keen, as it turns out. Well-dressed pervert caught watching extreme porn in a public library. As I mentioned earlier, the well-dressed perverts are playing at the Astoria later in the month, so I might go and see them. Thousands of students are advertising themselves online to rich sugar daddies. Some good Florida news as well. What have we got?
That's what it's come to.
Florida man arrested for aggressively eating handfuls of pasta. I saw this being covered on a different news source where it claimed he was eating the pasta belligerently.
How do you aggressively eat pasta?
Well, I can imagine that. I just don't see where the crime is. Doesn't make any sense. Florida man threatens to kill man with kindness. Uses machete named kindness. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense.
That's brilliant.
And then a 3 in a row. Florida man threatens to destroy town with his army of turtles, warning police they should never have fucked with the saint. And he's arrested for shouting obscenities in the street. Is that a crime?
What, shouting obscenities?
I thought they have free speech in America.
Yeah,
It's
you'd
the
think.
First Amendment. Come
Of all
on.
the things that could arrest him for, it would be the threat, not shouting obscenities.
Yeah, I mean, look, I'm going to be honest. I'm on his side. They should not have fucked with the saint. You know, look at him. He is very clearly...
His business, mate.
He is very clearly saintly. Very saintly, and only a saint could command an army of turtles. A dangerous army of turtles. Look, we have seen in Hollywood the extent of the damage that turtles, when trained, can do. You know, when trained by, say, a master, like a giant rat or something, and
yeah.
And they take a
Add a
train
bit of
again like a
sewage.
bit of sewage.
Pay them in pizza.
They
Don't
could
kill anyone.
They could fight a massive, weird, over-shaped pig thing, no problem, with a sort of armor on. What were they called? Rocksteady and Bebop, weren't they? Were they the Shredder and his sort of henchmen were Rocksteady and Bebop, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Really?
God, I'm sure someone in the chat. Well,
Those
in
are
the
cool names.
cartoon, yeah. But it was always Shredder they were after. That's subhuman scum. Right, yeah, what have we got in terms of shoot throwers? Oh, that hasn't updated. That's cool. We've got, look, we're going to have shoot thrower of the week. It's probably going to be that Pythius bit, or rather that, but I've got another Auntie Vowel remix of Mean Teeth again. Different track though, track called Leviathan. And it's pokey. It is pokey. And another bit by the Clamps, No Reality. I mean, I seem to be doing a trade in basically playing nothing but Pythius remixes of Mean Teeth and the Clamps. I mean, I might rename the show to, I don't know that. Anyway, look, let's get into, let's play Auntie Val. See how she's doing. She's an award-winning dinner lady. Yeah. She also makes banging tunes. She don't fuck about. She takes the Lord's name in vain regularly. She does her weekly shop at Aldi, but goes to Marks for her bits. She put little Jimmy Cartwright in a headlock. Don't fuck with her. She drives an old Mini. She wears Spanx. Apparently my turtle knowledge is accurate, so pleased about that. Yeah. People in the chat are saying she gives out BJs with a mouthful of Werther's Originals. Jesus, Val. You saucy cow. Come and sit on Auntie Val's knee. Val, I'm 34. Like I said, come and sit on Auntie Val's knee. Oh, it's bank holiday today, isn't it?
Yeah.
I was wondering why fuck all people are on it on Facebook.
They're all hungover.
They're all hungover as fuck. Yeah. I should have had the day off. No way. I'm not a bank holiday kind of guy. I haven't had the opportunity to legitimately take off a bank holiday since 2009.
I didn't realise.
Imagine that. Imagine
until
that.
Wednesday that.
No. I didn't realise until someone mentioned it in the comments yesterday, and I was like, is that in England or everywhere, or what's the deal here? What are we working with? So yeah, 10 lobster points for anyone that is watching today. Yeah, Chode, our resident free market capitalist, he's working. Of course he is. All the commies are still in bed. Probably expecting Corbyn to come around and give him a nosh or something. It's part of the deal.
Homemade jam.
Yeah, it's part of the Green New Deal. Come on. One nosh for every communist on a bank holiday. Ocasio-Cortez is going to be dillying out they're like the age verification like wanking coupons, but like they're just the bank holiday blozzer coupon. Come on, anyone, one for you, and you get one, and you get one, and you get one. What were you saying? Like Oprah was the biggest secret communist. It's like you get a car, and you get a car.
Everyone gets a car. Funny thing about that, like when the cameras were off, she just made them pay for it.
Just like, right, sign this.
Yeah,
come
basically.
on. Let's get the show on the road.
Yeah.
Right, gun-toting, drug-munching tech legend. John McAfee claims he knows who invented Bitcoin.
Destroy all communists.
Occasionally, just two at a time. But fine.
Why not?
You
It's that sort of day.
definitely reckon that McAfee would be very anti-commie. You know, he's going to be properly like bottom right on the political compass. Just like hard right-leaning libertarian all the way down. Tech mogul John McAfee is famed for firing guns, guzzling drugs, fleeing a murder charge, and trying to have sex with a whale. Yeah, I didn't know about this whale story until I perused this article earlier. It's wild. He could soon go down in history as the man who finally exposed the true identity of Satoshi Nakamoto. Wesley Snipes is often claimed to be Satoshi Nakamoto, although with no evidence to back it up. The wild man of the tech, Satoshi Nakamoto, inventor of Bitcoin. The wild man, the rumours the rumours that go around are that actually it was a group of people, not just one person.
Right.
Yeah, would make more sense. The wild man of the tech industry has threatened to unmask the cryptocurrency's shadowy creator, vowing to tell the world exactly who is behind Bitcoin, unless they voluntarily out themselves. He's trying to blackmail Satoshi Nakamoto. Okay, cool. What is he, a supervillain now? Look at him.
What is it, Bane or something?
Yeah, seriously. I will unmask Satoshi Nakamoto unless he gives me 4 Bitcoin. In a series of tweets, British-born renegade McAfee. Is renegade really the right? I guess, yeah, maverick.
I guess that word has just been thrown around these days.
Yeah, why not? McAfee, I'm surprised he's... Oh, I'm bothered. British-born renegade McAfee claimed one person who is currently living in the US wrote the white paper which set out the cryptocurrency's rules, but a team then built and developed it. Right, that would seem reasonable. McAfee said that everyone on his team was from India. The identity of Satoshi has remained a mystery for more than a decade. The person or people who use the pseudonym are thought to be sitting on a cryptocurrency stash worth billions of pounds. Not as much as it was worth last year. McAfee wrote, the Who is Satoshi mystery must end. First, it is not the CIA, nor any agency.
That means it's the CIA.
Right, yeah. That sounds like CIA talk to me.
Yep.
Nor any agency or any world government. It is a collection of people, but the white paper was written by one man. He currently resides in the good old-fashioned US of A. If he does not come forward, why? Why make the why must they be revealed? Why? What's your shtick here? Oi, whaler, Mr. Whaley, whale sex, Tokyo sex whale. Come on, what's going on here? He added, I protected the identity of Satoshi. It's time, though, and this must be put to bed. Imposters claim to be him. We are spending time and energy in search of him. It's a waste. Are we? I'm not.
No.
Every day, well, and if I'm not doing it, then...
Who is?
Yeah, exactly. Every day, I will narrow down the identity of Satoshi until he reveals himself, or I reveal him. For a sense of McAfee's colourful life, just have a look back at his Twitter feed. We've put a few favourites below, which shows the tech legend discussing an abortive attempt to have sex with a whale, as well as his love for sex, guns, and drugs. So there's a Netflix documentary about him, and I'm just trying to remember. He has some sort of weird sex thing. Either he just like wants...
weirder than whales?
Weirder than what? No.
Oh.
He either likes to be pooed on or just have exclusively stuff stuck up his bum. I can't remember. It's one of those two, I'm sure. Maybe someone in the chat who's watched the documentary more recently than me can let me know.
This is why I cancelled my Netflix subscription, man.
Look, these documentaries are great. Oh, okay, look.
I can't.
Look, he's addressing it here. Allegations that I take drugs. Absolutely. Yes. Allegations that they are illegal. Absolutely no. All right. Allegations that they are dangerous. Absolutely yes. I've experimented with nootropics. Big time. The most promising class are the cathinones, more powerful than methamphetamines. The most powerful drug in the world is MDPV, that substance that the person who ate someone's face a few years back in Florida was on.
Right.
That's up for debate. Highly dose dependent. The difference between 1 milligram and 40 pounds of weight and 1.2 milligrams is the difference between an interesting experience and permanent psychotic. Good-o.
Nice gamble.
Yep, worth a try. Haters periodically make documentaries about my offences against society. Allegations of drug use, irresponsible firing of weapons, sexual deviations, etc. I like to put these documentaries to bed by confessing up to these allegations up front to save time. Here are my confessions. There was no mention of the sexing there. Was there? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Come on, guys. Come on, Twitter. Oh, look, it's all in there. It's going even...
It's tiny.
It's a bit small, isn't it? Allegations that I fire weapons through the walls, ceiling, and floors of my house. Absolutely, yes. In my worldview, if an inexplicable noise in the house could be a hidden enemy, it's worth a bullet and the cost of repairing the hole to test that hypothesis. Jesus, doesn't get much more Second Amendment rights than that, does it? Allegations I engage in sexual deviations. Absolutely, yes. Which one exactly? That one's exactly my business. Okay, did I kill my neighbour? Let's make things perfectly clear. I had nothing to do with the death of my neighbour. There's much more, mostly dull. The above confessions should cover 90% of my offences against society.
Jeez.
Have you thought about issuing any statements, covering, the allegations of your offences against society?
I'd rather not.
I think it's about time. I think people want to know. Twitter would be the place to do it. All right, anyway, some people call me whale fucker. All right, there's a private club of a few dozen Maori men and one butch woman that meet in Malachi each year to fuck a whale. True.
Is that what the Bilderberg meetings are?
I guess so, yeah. They worship the owl, don't they? They do all the owl, and then they fuck whales. Yeah, so, yeah, they meet each year to fuck a whale. True. Men on paddleboards heard the whale while one tries to fuck it. Wouldn't let me in the club. Tried it alone. Epic fail.
What?
Fucking hell is going on? Enough of the whale fucking is non-consensual bullshit. A humpback whale weighs 70,000 pounds. It's 50 feet long, can dive more than a quarter mile, and can crush ships with a single swipe of its tail.
So does that mean yes?
Well, he goes on. If a human manages to fuck one, you damn well better believe it's consensual. I don't know where to go with this. I just, God, I talk about saving the best bits for you, and particularly for when we're hungover.
I don't even know what to say.
I'm aghast.
Yeah.
What was the term your boyfriend was using last night? Agog. What does it mean? Like aghast? Or just confused?
I think so. Just like, what?
Yeah, nonplussed. Confused to the point of not knowing what to do. Oh, that big fat geezer who forced the air stewardess to wipe his bum and moaned in pleasure died on the holiday. Right.
Wait, what?
Did you ever see that story? Oh, well, I guess we're reading that one now, aren't we?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Sorry.
Oh, I'm here now.
Yeah. You signed up for this. You've made your bed, now lie in it. 31 stone man who forced stewardess to wipe his backside dies on holiday. 31 stone passenger who moaned in pleasure as he forced a flight attendant to wipe his backside has died on a Thai island. Probably died doing what he loved though, right?
Forcing people to wipe his ass.
Yeah. Probably. I don't know. A spokesman for the airline EVA Air said that they were told the tourist died from unspecified illness on Koh Samui. Right. Well, how about that? Look, I don't feel like he's big enough to have to need someone to wipe his bum.
Yeah, he can walk.
Come on, like he's got a stick, so he obviously does some walking. I mean, you can wipe your bum. I mean, so now and she is speaking out. And,
is that the stewardess?
Yeah.
Did she poison the bog roll?
Maybe. Ooh, that would be a trick, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Nice, some sort of nice slow action.
Slow acting poison.
Basically, she's just shelved him like a little poison nugget, maybe wrapped in a suppository or something. Oh, dearie me. Right, that's enough for that. It's all just got
Moving on.
Yeah, moving on. Thanks. Right, I'll just get on with it now. Should we get into this crying children?
Always.
Yeah. It's children cry outside Heathrow after being threatened with arrest. Well, maybe you're not up to the protest then, you know? If that's... Come on, guys. A small group of young Extinction Rebellion protesters have been met with a wall of police as they arrived at Heathrow this morning.
You see, when I was young, like we used to just try and copy stunts from Jackass, but it's gone tits up now.
Well, it's just weeping in front of police.
Try
now,
to like
sort of thing, yeah.
copy protesters and cry when the police show up. I feel for the younger generation, man. It's all going downhill.
It is. They'll all have wept themselves to death before climate change gets to take their toll on them. Some of the protesters are as young as 13 years old and broke down in tears after claiming they were threatened with arrest. The children were stopped by a heavy police presence as soon as they turned up and are now enclosed by a ring of officers. Kettle them! Kettle them all! Come on! Kettle them! Kettle them! There's a protester breaking down in tears while surrounded by police. People's going to die in 11 years.
I'll never get that internship at the law firm.
I won't even have finished my gender studies degree by then. They did manage to hold a large banner with the words, "Are we the last generation?" I don't know, maybe. I hope so. The protest appears to be causing little disruption at Britain's busiest transport hub, with the demonstration confined to a small area on a pavement and not on the road or in the terminal. Fine, good. Home Secretary Sajid Javid. Okay, so look, we know all of this. Everyone knows about this. More than 500 people arrested last night. Damn. Just a thought, guys. Rather than showing to shut down public transport, why not go and protest outside the Chinese embassy? Or the Indian embassy?
Yep.
Or the Russian embassy? Or the collection of countries that cause the most environmental impact?
Or better yet, they can all fuck off to their respective homes. And let people get to work.
Yeah. But like, you know, you're stopping public transport.
It's not the people who they're protesting against. They're not the people riding the buses. It's, you know, some deer who's like traveling from zone Q trying to get to some work.
Yeah.
it's ridiculous. It just actually makes me angry.
Yeah. So I like single mum, working 2 jobs, can't get to one of them, trouble can't get paid for this one now because the fucking
Lobsters.
But I won't think about that.
No,
They're so short-sighted. Is that the right phrase? They just can't see past the end of their own.
It's very blinkered.
Sticking their asses up against windows or whatever. Like, that's going to solve it.
I appreciate the cause, but it's like you've got to push the energy in the right
Wrong
direction.
place.
Like, I mean, like the actual, like, okay, like, sure, let's reduce, worldwide carbon emissions. Fine, obviously, but like funneling, I don't know, it just seems very misguided. Anyway, I'm probably wrong. I'm stupid. I know nothing. Blah blah. Look, let's do some. What have I going to think about this?
I quite like that air raid tune you played.
Yeah, it was nice, wasn't it? The halftime bit.
Yeah.
Should we have that?
Yeah.
Yeah, do that again. Yeah, all right. You're having that one, yeah. Everything changes.
Yeah.
Earache. First bit of theirs I've heard. Liz in the chat wants me to do a shout out for Wales in general, the country. Yeah, no, not the sex objects. Apparently, it's been cut off due to roadworks and trains, all maintenance. So no Wales this weekend. Sorry, guys. What do you mean? No, sorry, Wales is closed. Wales is cancelled. See this being your sort of thing. Although I imagine your preference would be for it to go into some Raji Amens in the second drop.
You can't be aggy all the time. Can't be aggy all the time.
No. So the chat are describing these teenage protesters as arsehole children, snowflakes.
The usual.
Yeah, the usual. There was some other crudery in there. I can't find it now. Total soft cocks.
I like this smoothie AF.
Yeah. Yep. It's a complex discussion about Welsh geopolitics in the chat. I've never been there. What was that Jimmy Carr joke about Wales? It was like, they say an area of the rainforest the size of Wales is destroyed every day. But why is it never Wales? That is Airache by Everything Changes. It's a naughty bit. I'm keen. I'm into it. I'm fine. That's it. I'm sold. All right. Good. So please, you drop the
That's
hard
enough.
sell. That's, I'm in. I'm all right. I'm okay. Fine. Man, 62, arrested for singing Dirty Song at Neighbour. Woohoo!
Is there an audio?
Sadly not, but it does have the lyrics.
Awesome.
Yep. An elderly man was arrested for singing a foul-mouthed song he allegedly composed for his neighbour. Robert Mirabella, 62, sat on his front porch in Wildwood, Florida, on Saturday, insulting his neighbour with the musical number as he strummed a guitar.
Oh, brilliant.
The unnamed female neighbour told police she heard Mirabella sing, "There is a neighbour who was a bitch. I see her now. She's just a witch."
Oh, that's not that bad.
Yeah, cheeky bitch witch rhyme. Not bad. I mean, fairly obvious. I mean, it's a bit hands in the air, just don't care, but, I'll give it to him. The woman recorded the performance on her cell phone and showed it to officers, according to the arrest report obtained by the Smoking Gun. Yes! Metro referencing the Smoking Gun. I love it. She told police that her neighbour was harassing her and claimed the song affected her peace and quiet a lot. According to the arrest report. Marabella originally denied allegations against him, but later said, "That doesn't mean I wasn't singing about her if I sang it." Okay. As he spoke, the officers reportedly verified that the person in the video was Marabella by his voice. The woman said she had been having ongoing issues with her musically inclined neighbour. Mirabella was arrested for a misdemeanor disorderly conduct of the second degree. What's that? Probably 25 to life, isn't it? And was booked at the Sumter County Jail. He pleaded not guilty to the charge and is set to appear in the county jail on a date that has not been confirmed.
They've got him banged to rights, though. He should
Yep.
just be like, yeah, I did it.
And what? Freedom of speech. Come on.
Yeah.
Let's have it.
The song isn't that bad.
She is a bitch and a witch. Prove me wrong. Yeah.
Changed my mind.
Yeah, exactly. All right. This is. I don't know whether this is worth
hate his
covering.
face.
He's so annoying.
Just scroll up so I don't have to see.
Okay.
Yeah, could you just...
James Corden, idiot. Anyway, also Dr. Christian Jessen, also idiot. This is hilarious. So this is a photoshopped picture which makes it look like
an elephant and a lion.
Yeah, looks like an elephant is carrying a baby lion, a lion cub, and it's just so funny. It says, "Isn't this the most stunning picture? A lioness and her cub were crossing a savannah. The heat was excessive and the cub was in great difficulty. An elephant realised that the lion cub would die and carried him in his trunk to a pool of water, walking beside his mother." It's the most obviously photoshopped picture. Like, it's just so funny. James Corden retweet, "This is beautiful, kiss." Oh,
I'm
man.
surprised it didn't, the tweet didn't turn into a, "we should all coexist."
Yeah, come on,
thing
guys.
again.
This picture just solved racism. Come on, guys. We can all do it together.
Elephants and lions can do it. What's our problem?
Can't we all just get along? Oh, brilliant. Look at him,
Tell me
smug
someone
cunt.
called him out for his idiocy. Please.
Oh, he's getting... what's going to happen there? Easy, Tiger. Woo!
Oh, God.
Woo! And he, go on, give me...
His face looks photoshopped.
Does, yes. The aspect ratio's off, isn't it? It's been a badly cropped
Everything's
photo.
off.
Yeah.
That shirt's off. Everything's off.
God, it's not about getting called out by Ben Fogel on Twitter. I think it's photoshopped. Wonky face. But that's probably that emoji there is probably a bloody insinuation as to his face. Yeah. That's hilarious. Look, this is really funny. Well, that's not even the full image. Someone has cropped it. A giraffe in a hot air balloon. Giraffe trying to eat a man in a balloon. There's a vulture about to fly away with a baby hippo. Oh, so funny.
And off in the corner is Reagan riding a velociraptor.
Yeah. Aquaman on a giant seahorse. They're all coming together as one. It's beautiful. If only that Green New Deal had gone through. Right, piss yoga, man. Vegan piss yoga, man. I don't know how much more vegan pisses I can cover on the show. I don't know. Or maybe I should only cover that. Thoughts?
There'll be plenty of material, but
Yeah, no, it's not shy. They're not shy for it, are they? Oh, Jesus, Tom Wood reporting. That's a shame. This might sound like overkill, but apparently, if you want a killer sex life, I don't know about killer being used as a way to describe one's sex life. I think that's problematic for a start. You need to start snorting your own urine. Okay. So there's a lot to unpack here, but the questionable advice comes from a vegan yoga master, so he must know, who claims that he has gone from strength to strength sexually as a result of nearly 2 decades of this bizarre practice. Oh, and it stops him getting colds too. Oh, I know.
Okay.
Maybe I should start with the old piss sniffing then. I wonder how Hayley would feel about that.
I don't know. Probably snorted worse.
Yeah, I have snorted worse. Seriously. And we've all been to Boomtown. 41-year-old Sam Cohen claims that he's been using a funnel to snort his own wee for 19 years. And in that time, he's never had the sniffles. Gosh, your nose is too full of piss, mate. While most people might think that having a bit of a runny nose, or not being a top-level Lothario, is a small price to pay for not having to snort your own piss. Yep. Cohen, who works as a teaching assistant with people with additional needs, swears by his technique. I feel bad for those people he works with.
Teaching assistant, or I think he's got additional needs.
Yeah, God, he needs something. The Londoner says that he even carries his own cup around with him in case he needs to answer nature's call whilst out and about.
I bet he's at that protest.
You know he's at that protest. He sat there in a fucking full Lotus with a wine glass full of piss.
Glass full of his own piss.
Hey, come on, we gotta all come together.
Does Psytrance playing on a mini rig?
You know there's some cunt there with a mini rig. Of course, with a whole load of them all chained together. Come on, it's not Victoria Park in Bristol. Come on, guys. It's Tony Oxford Circus. Oh, God. He explained, before I was often drained and drowsy. I was 22, and once I started drinking piss, I started to get younger again. At 22, you do not need to get younger again. You need to grow up.
Yeah.
Seriously, you need to tidy your room, take some personal responsibility, get married, and start procreating. Jesus Christ. You need to take your life seriously.
I don't know if he should procreate.
No, you're right, actually.
I think he can leave that.
Yeah. The urine is just like an overall boost. It makes you feel younger and make you have more hardness.
What?
It will make you feel younger and make you have more hardness. See, the thing is here, I can't tell whether or not this is just him speaking in a weird way or this is just Tom Wood's appalling journalism, quote unquote. It does actually make you last longer. Oh, I want to see studies. I want to see placebo-controlled trials. Come on, citation needed.
Yeah, how can he know that?
Oh, he's talking out of his arse. He talks out of his arse. He pisses into his nose. He's got issues, man. He's got stuff going on. He's super gluing his bum to the fucking Topshop window. Super glued his own anus shut. Says he doesn't need to eat. He's one of those breatharians.
What is life?
Oh, God. This fucking timeline.
Right?
Yeah.
You need to get that t-shirt made.
I do, yeah.
I feel like I say that at least 3 times a day now.
Yeah. I don't think I'd heard anyone say that until I heard you say it about 5 times last night. Then I watched a Tim Pool video this morning, and it's like the first thing he says. Yeah. What's they call that? Bader-Meinhof syndrome or something. Yeah. Oh, God. Anyway, as for not getting a cold, he added, it's not possible to get a cold when you constantly drink through the nose. I don't know. Yeah, I guess that's the only part that seems reasonable to me. If you constantly... what's the acidity of piss? Is it reasonable? I mean, is it... It's acidic rather than alkaline, isn't it? I don't know. If you're just constantly funneling...
I'm not sure, but I do know that it's waste.
Yeah. Oh, God. You can feel under the weather, but one drink up the nose, and any clouds start to evaporate. I take a cup with me. If I have to go to the bathroom, I take it with me, close the door, and drink through my nose. Jesus Christ. So he's got, obviously, the piss doesn't go down into his lungs, so he's just going to cough it straight back up, isn't he? He's just vomiting snorting and then vomiting his own piss. Happy bank holiday, everyone. What am I doing with my life? What's this?
Sure you don't want to snort that coffee, Will?
I don't know. I tell you what, I think I've been in situations whereby if someone told me, look, if all you've got to do is snort your own piss and the current hangover come down nightmare that you're experiencing will go away.
No, I think I'd rather experience the hangover.
No, I'd snort
take the
piss.
punishment.
I swear, look, if it was some sort of miracle cure, I don't know. If it really was, if it was, say, as powerful as, I don't know, essential oils, I would be prepared to give it as that. If it was as powerful as aromatherapy and a plant-based diet, I'd be all over that shit. God, I take it. Yeah, I feel like Superman. Yeah, well, you look fucking weird. Feel like Superman. You're going to go into a phone booth and do something nobody knows, and it's a secret. It's not a secret. You're telling everyone about it.
Superman kind of changes a costume and saves the whole world.
Yeah.
You get into a toilet cubicle and drink and snort piss. There's no correlation here, mate. There's just no correlation. You
know what? The amount of snorting I've done in toilets over the years, I'm sure I've snorted plenty of piss particles, just not direct piss. Yeah, come on. I've got an idea. I'm going to go to the most disgusting part of the nightclub and inhale very roughly through my nose. Great idea. This is the drug of the upper classes.
Yeah, it's just leveling up.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah, just cutting out the middleman, isn't he? Yeah, it's cheaper.
Forget the cheap gack.
Yes.
Snort piss.
Yeah. You've got your cup concealed and you go to the toilet and come back and look glowing and refreshed. All stinking of piss. Oh, there's another one of his mates. Just, why are you doing all of this as well? Why have you got the arm round? Why have you got to do it at funny yoga people? They've got to do it at a weird angle, haven't they? They can't resist. Look how bendy I am. I don't care. He added, I've done it on a plane. I'm probably the first mile-high nose drinker. Oh, hopefully the last. There have been some fancy hotels in London, in the Dorchester Hotel, in some famous nightclubs, the Ministry of Sound.
Oh, wow.
Righto. That one single word there is the only thing I've ever agreed with Tom Wood on. It ain't just piss he's quaffing nasally either. He says he also imbibes red wine and juice through his nose, although he did warn that beetroot juice is particularly spicy. That's his Tinder picture right there. Yes, it's got a real nose on it. It removes tiredness and lethargy and enhances libido. When you first do it, the initial part is a bit overwhelming because you feel like you're drowning in hot, steaming piss. The brain might say to you, what are you doing? When you start to calm and controlled, and you see it's a natural process.
No.
How would it be a natural process?
What are you doing? Stop.
Think about it, though.
It's not natural.
Like, how would... I don't know what's going on. There's some poor politics going on in there. Joe's not having any... I'm not paying for some other cunt's lifestyle. Yeah, is there any way that he can do this at the taxpayer's expense? That would be pretty cool, wouldn't it?
Probably is.
Yeah. Oh, God. If you're interested in getting stuck into his lifestyle, yeah, okay, so about it being a natural process, yeah? Okay, so how long have we had cups? Do you reckon? Like, I don't know, let's just get off the, 10,000 years? Longer? 20,000 years. Anyway, we've been around for a lot longer than that. So, how...
There's always been some sort of a chalice to drink out of.
Yeah, maybe it's going to be a lot longer than that, isn't it? When we invented tools and... Hey, look, I'm no astrologist, so I don't know about this. Hold on. I'm no anthropomorphic. I'm no Ant Middleton from SAS Who Dares Wins. I don't know about these things. Christ, I'm just so appalled. Let's play this Pythius remix. This is the Merikan remix of Pythius by, it's called Monster Black Hole, and, if this ain't Shoe Thrower of the Week, then frankly, my cock's a kipper. Do any Tories listen to Coffee and Memes? Yes, I know some that do. We have listeners really quite wide ranged across the political spectrum. We're very inclusive at Coffee and Memes.
Oh, that's great.
Yes.
How did they form? And how did they get so large? In the search for answers, we are beginning to glimpse the forces that shape the stars, planets, even life. What secrets can we learn about the universe on a journey to the center of a monster black hole?
There are socialists in the chat.
Communist detected.
It's got like a permit for a pit.
Destroy all communists.
Imagine traveling to the very center of our galaxy, 26,000 light years away, and finding a vantage point on the night sky. You'd see millions of stars, and on the horizon, a strange dark sphere rising.
Yeah, easily shoot out of the week. That is, woohoo! That is a rowdy bit of gear. That's the American remix of Monster Black Hole by Pythius. On Blackout, on Blackout record label. Pythius. It's just that the chat on YouTube is just finished with just Chode just saying, "I'm not paying for other cunts' lifestyles." Like, all right, let's just draw a line under socialism. That's fine. I'm not paying for any other rat dandy wee rad shite hawk. My Scottish accent is terrible. Well-dressed pervert caught watching extreme porn in a public library.
I shit you not, right?
Go watch it somewhere.
This was a joke on Family Guy.
Was it?
Yeah. It was like Peter was naked in a library watching porn, and it was this outrageous joke. Yeah. Dude, this fucking timeline.
Oh, there's a video of it. Man caught on camera watching several extreme pornography videos in a public library. Come on in. Let's have a look. Let's have a little look-see. Oh, no. He was described as a well-dressed, not your stereotypical pervert. Oh, wow, there he goes. He's not shy. A little bit of... He's watching some... This is in West Sussex. Oh, my God, this is my neck of the woods. Oh, baby Jesus. Oh, wow. He's downloading it. Yeah, he's getting all his favourite bits. All right, what's so extreme about it? Come on, he blurred it out. I want to know where the extremities lie. This is hilarious. If I was filming this, I would be crying with laughter. I wouldn't be able to contain myself. It's in Crawley. Brilliant. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeesh. Even with blurred, you can tell there's some good action going on there. Who's defined it as extreme? There must be the proper video somewhere on YouTube. I would say well-dressed is subjective as well. Anyway, he was described as well-dressed and not your stereotypical pervert. Well,
What
is
does a
your
pervert look like?
Well, he looks like that geezer who was masturbating over the horses from the other week. Do you remember? That's your
right,
stereotypical pervert, isn't
Yeah.
it? You know, sort of thick glasses, 1,000-yard stare, a sort of unkempt face.
So is this where the world is going to go, where when everyone has to start paying and like going to their local shop to like opt in?
Yeah,
They'll just go to
basically,
the
just go to the library and do it there.
Kids running around trying to like book out Peppa Pig or something.
Yep, this is it. This is that.
It's the end game.
Yep, this is it. Sorry, enjoy it. This is the timeline.
Oh dear.
He was described as well-dressed, not your stereotypical pervert, by the person who captured the footage, which might be a compliment or might not. Maybe his phone was, there was something wrong with his phone, and he was just catching up on his recent WhatsApps. There are altogether too many perverts out there who take absolutely no care for their appearance. What? Okay. The fairly brazen browsing session took place at 11:45 a.m. On in Crawley Library, in, you guessed
Terrible.
it, Crawley, West Sussex. One of the other people using the library, Chris Winfield, noticed the bloke was sitting at a computer watching a whole host of raunchy vids. Initially, Chris thought the whole situation was a bit funny and began filming, presumably to have an interesting story to tell the lads down the pub. Then things became a little bit darker. The nature of the videos that the man was watching took a nosedive into more extreme corners of an already fairly sordid adult industry. Again, subjective. Okay, all right, fair enough. In one of the videos, Chris said the man had one arm restrained in a scene that looked like rape. Oh dear. Exactly what the guy was watching, we'll never know. God. It might have been pretty innocuous and definitely nothing criminal. That said, we can all surely agree that people should confine their adult watching, whatever particular genre that may be, to a less public space than a library. This is probably how the government want us to do things. You know, bring in a bit of legislation, bit of censorship. No, sorry, you got to go to the library now. Watch your prom. Maybe physical porno will come back. Maybe jazz mags will be
What, like straight performers?
What? Even worse than that, through the entire time the guy was getting his kicks from watching the video, children were browsing through books just a short distance away. Also in the video, an elderly lady taps away at a nearby computer, completely oblivious to the scene unfolding around her. That was when Chris decided that he'd had enough. He stopped filming and went to report the man to a member of staff. Then what happened? Chris said the bloke was in his mid-30s and was fairly respectable looking. He was very well dressed, had clean clothes. He wasn't your stereotypical weirdo pervert. There were loads of children and young adults in the library at the time, standing nearby and looking at books. It's vile to do something so brazen and graphic in front of the children. Will someone please think of the children? We live in a world where people pretty much do what they want. And if that's what he likes, fair enough. But there's a time and a place. And that is not the place or the time. It's totally wrong. He didn't have a care in the world. It was just weird. So, God, this goes on and on. Bloody hell. God, really? What
else does he have to say about
Spokesman
it?
said, understandably, the member of public was shocked by what he witnessed. This is the sort of behaviour, as reported, is completely unacceptable and incredibly rare in our libraries. Normally, we can spot a pervert a mile off and just simply don't let them in. But now perverts are more brazen,
now
better
they're
dressed.
showering.
Yeah, they're showering,
Disguising
shaving,
themselves.
wearing shirts. You know, they're not coming in sort of stained anoraks. Flasher jackets with glasses with bits of tape like sticking them together. I've had enough of the world in general. I want to get off.
We live in a society, Will.
We live in a society. Yes. I've had enough. I really, the more I go through this, the more my political leanings are just simply leave me alone. So what political ideology do you subscribe to? I subscribe to the leave me alone. Go away. Right, VIP list, and then we can all go back to our wives. Also, at 11 o'clock, Smorgasbord, and then at 2 o'clock after lunch, brand new episode of Mitch Wade Cole's fucking self-help show, giving you some gardening self-help. So that promises to be surreal, peculiar, and wonderful at the same time.
Nice.
That's good news. I'll be talking more about that in the Discord throughout the day. Anyway, look, VIP list. Thank you so much to everyone that is donating on the VIP list. You are wonderful folk. I love you all dearly. It's Oliver Hooper, Nicholas Goncalves, Tom Ryan, Reece Mosson, Squidgy Beats Parsons, Pauly Hutton, Ciarán R, Michael Kedzierski, Matthew Tomkins, Dave Long, Joel Potter, Colm Murphy, Sam Howard, Tony J, Richard Patterson, Jack Murphy, Tom Camm, Stephen Harris, Matthieu Boulard, Zara Pickle, Jeroen Van Thunderbutt, Mike Pye, Anthony Walker, Lily Unsub, Richard Franks, Thomas Hall, Chode Ryder, Andrew Heichelbech, John Finison, the BDR Crew, Peter Blatchford, Austin Grief Cooper, Gennady Lightfield, Ryan Glazer, James Parry, Dave Thompson, Hendo Bartendo, Lady Swiffington, Liam, the Menace Underwood, Dan fucking Morris, the guy with no STDs, Justin Mercer, Ames MC, Josh Williams, Rob Humphrey, Shibby T, Coco Shiva, Dan Elton, Torrin Wilmore, Mr. Pope, Dark Progressive Side Chance is actually superior to drum and bass, Nicholas Lawsey, Damon Rayner, Chris Breaks, The Bill, Carissa Barthelson, Odin Batesley, Fuller D, Daniel Gemby, Flaxis, Alexander Cassidy, Matt Wright, Dylan Laws, Grant Sullivan, not that, Tom Robertson, subscribe on YouTube, Greg Cornford, Grace Sellers, Dab Smasher, Connor Smith, Kevin Kaiser, Chris Shaw, Mr. Happy, the German trance overlord of D&B, Rankin makes uplifting vocal side trance under the alias Cosmic Waft. Keep your cool tool in the motor pool, but don't let your meat loaf. And Nick Brock. Thank you all kindly.
Secrets out.
Secrets out. Everyone, 25th of May at the Star by Hackney Downs. Threshold all day up, 1 p.m. till 1 a.m. of shoe throwing, hijinks, drinking, lobsters probably, things of a like kind. We'll be there. We'll be drunk, man. I hope. Well, I'm sure. I mean, it'd be easy enough to do. It's a pub.
Yeah.
It's free. It's free all day. Come down, hang out, meet lots of other lobsters, enjoy yourself. Take the Lord's name in vain. You know, get locked into complex political debates for no good reason, and generally enjoy yourself. So now, smorgasbord sessions for 2 hours. Then you can go and have lunch. And then, Mishway Carl's fucking self-help show. So enjoy. All right, I love you. Cheers for coming on again, Squiff.
Sure.
Why do you hate it so much? I feel like I'm dragging you through this. Like,
No, not at all. Just getting over the news.
Yep.
It's not you. It's just the state of the world, man.
It's not you, it's me.
Just today, I can't
It's not
deal.
you, it's everyone else.
It's just everything.
I'm afraid I just can't even. Millennial girl just can't even today. All right, see you all later. Love you. Goodbye.